Hello everyone, welcome to CSE Core Concepts in the series of Machine Learning Algorithms. Today in this series, I am going to discuss about a very popular classification algorithm called as KNN algorithm, which means K nearest neighbor. Now this is a decision-based classifier that it will help you to classify that the test data set belongs to which class. This algorithm is called as a lazy learner since it does not require any separate training phase. So whatever training data and testing data we will have, both of them we are going to put together and give it to the algorithm. And based on both the data sets, it will find out that the testing data will be which belong to which class. It is a non-parametric algorithm which has no prior assumption about the data. It does not assume that this data may belong to this class. It depends simply on the calculation. It depends on the nearness. That is, it searches a pattern space for k training samples that are closest to the unknown sample data. So if I am giving you a data and I want to find out to which class this data will belong to. Okay, so for that I am going to find out based on its nearest neighbor. Now what is this value of k? That k will be decided by the user. Okay, that how many neighbors he wants to consider. Okay, you can take the value of k as 5, you can consider it as 10 and so on. Now closeness, how do you define that the data point is close to which training point? How will you define the closeness? The closeness among two data points is defined by the Euclidean distance. Euclidean distance is given as under root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. If you want to find out the distance between 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2. So consider here that x1 y1 is your training data and x2 y2 is your testing data. So you find out the Euclidean distance between these 2 points and you keep it. Now how many k nearest neighbor you want to find out, that many you have to compute and we are going to find out to which point it is closer to. So let us see one example to be more clear. Consider a two-dimensional space x and y, and I have some data points. Let's say I have here 6 data points which belong to class A. I have two categories of data here. Either let's say heart problem sample data. So either the patient has heart problem or he does not have a heart problem. So it can be considered as two cases. Now, class A is that the patient's having heart problem and class B is that the patient which do not have any heart problem, right? So, class A and class B. Now, I am giving some now the patient having heart problem or not, suppose it depends on many factors. It's cholesterol levels, triglyceride level and so on. Okay, so let us say I have two attributes to decide whether he has heart problem or not. Right, so I am giving you some attributes and tell me that is whether this patient will belong to class A or class B. To do so, what we will do is that in the algorithm we are going to pass all the data. That is why this algorithm is called as a lazy learner. In other algorithms, when we will discuss them, you will find out that first we perform a proper training of the model and then only we will give the testing data. But in this algorithm, we are going to pass the training data and the testing data all together since the distance between the testing data and the training data has to be figured out. Understood? So we are going to load both the data and you decide the value of k. K is that how many neighbors you are going to consider to assign a class. Let's say I want to see only my 5 neighbors. So out of 5 neighbors, if 3 neighbors belong to class A and 2 neighbors belong to class B, now who is at the majority? Class A. So my query will belong to class A. Okay, so that is why the value of k is very important. You may consider 10 values, okay, 10 neighbors. So out of 10 neighbors, you find out maximum values belong to which class and based on that, you are going to assign the data class to the query. So we are going to find out the Euclidean distance between the test data and each point of the training data. Let's say for here you have this query. Now this query will compute the distance, Euclidean distance with all the 10 data points. See, out of the 10 data points, 6 points belong to class A and 4 points belong to class B. This is already known. This is a training sample, right? This is already known. And this query which you are given, you have to figure out that it will belong to which class. Okay, so you have to find out the Euclidean distance between this query to all the rest of the 10 points. Okay, training 10 points. And then you decide based on the value of k. Now you want to consider only 5, so you take out the top 5 values or the nearest 5 values. So sort the data in terms of their distance in the ascending order. So when you finish finding out the Euclidean distance between the query and each data points, you sort the points according in the ascending order and then you select only the top k rows. Now if you have selected only 5, you select only the top 5 rows. If you want to consider 10 neighbors, select 10 neighbors. Okay. And among them, whichever is assigned the maximum class, majority class belongs, there this data point will belong to. So let us be very clear with the example. Say I have been given a problem that I want to find out whether a tissue paper is of good quality or not. So there are only two classes here. Either the tissue paper is of good quality, yes, or it is not of good quality, 0, right? So this is my training sample, right? So the quality of the tissue paper, let's say, depends on two parameters, that is the acid durability and the strength. Okay, so based on the values of these two parameters, it will be decided whether it is a good quality paper or it is a bad quality paper. Let's say the acid durability, if it is 7 and strength is 7, it says that it is a bad quality paper. If the acid durability is 7 and strength is 4, it is bad. So as per the training sample, I can figure out that the acid durability should be less, right, to make it a good quality. So last two samples you can see 3 and 1, acid durability, they belong to a good class. Now I am giving you any random value of acid durability. Let's say I am giving 3 and strength I am giving 7. Now tell me what is the quality of the tissue paper, whether it is good or whether it is bad. That I have to find out. So the values which are given in this table are what? Training samples, and the question which has been given to you, that is acid durability 3 and strength is 7. This is a testing data. Now we have to give the value of k. K means how many neighbor you want to consider while determining the class of the test data. So let's say k is equals to 3. I want to consider only 3 neighbors, okay, to determine the class. Sorry. So what you have to do here is that you have to find out the distance between this test data with the training data. So what is your test data? 3 and 7. So you have to find out the Euclidean distance between 3, 7 to the first data value in the training sample, that is 7, 7. Then find out the Euclidean distance between 3, 7 to 7, 4, that is the second row, and so on. So let's see, squared distance I am going to find out and under root. Okay, if you are going to find out, it will be under root of that. That's okay. So my question is 3 and 7. My x1 value is 3 for test data and x2 value is 7. So let us find out the distance to the first point. So how do you find out? 7 minus 3 square plus 7 minus 7 square. So 4 square plus 0 will give you 16. Understood? Second, the question was 3, 7. So now you find out the distance between 3, 7 to 7, 4. Okay. So 7 minus 3 square plus 4 minus 7 square. The answer is 25. Similarly, find out the distance between 3, 7 to 3, 4, that is 9, and between 3, 7 to 1, 4, that is 13. Now you may even find out the square root of it for Euclidean distance, or you may even keep it Like this, it does not matter much because it's okay. Now you find out the ascending order. In the ascending order, the first value is 9, then comes 13. Okay, so now how many neighbors I have to consider? I have to consider 3 neighbors as per my question because k is given as 3. So 9, what was the actual class of this data? You go back to the training sample. The third row belonged to a good class. Okay, so yes, I am going to consider it because right now k is 1 and it belonged to good class. Okay, second ascending order mein you go, it is 13, right? 13 also belonged to good class, so I am going to include in the neighbor, right? Third one is bad, that is 16. It belonged to bad class and I am going to include it in my k. Now, how many k I have to include? Only 3 k's, right? Not more than that. So the fourth one, that is 25, although it belonged to a bad class or whatever, I am not going to include in the nearest neighbor because my k is 3. Let's say if your k is 2, that is you want to only go for two neighbors, then we would not have considered the first record also, only the last 2 records as per the ascending order. So now find out that out of the 3 values which you are going to consider, that is 2 good and 1 bad, which is majority? Good is a majority. So my data, that is 3, 7 will belong to class good. Okay, so I hope you understood this, how you can figure out. So basically what you are going to do is that you are given some training samples and you are given a test data. So you will find out the Euclidean distance between the test data to the all the training samples. Sort the values of the distance in the ascending order. Now find out only the top k rows. Now k can be 5, 10, 15, whatever you want to consider. Now among those top 5 or k rows, find out which is the majority class. To that class only your data will belong to. Now here suppose we have an imbalanced data set. What are the challenges here? See, let us say for example, I have some data set which has 2 categories, true and false, right? Now 6000 data set belongs to true class and 2000 belongs to false class. Okay, so maximum data value belongs to true class and only 2000 belongs to false class. So isn't it very imbalanced? The difference between the true and the false class is very huge, that is 4000. So now will the output query will be biased? Yes. Let's say I want to test one sample and I am assuming the value of k as 3000. That I will consider only 3000 neighbors. Total how many data I have? 6000 plus 2000, 8000. So among 8000 I want to consider only 3000 neighbors. So it is very obvious that more data will belong from the true class because already the data sets are more from the true class. So obviously an imbalanced data set will surely impact the KNN classifier and it will give you biased results towards the maximum samples, right? So you can see in our example, it was a very balanced data set, that is 2 good and 2 bad classes. You can have 3 good and 2 bad, that is enough. But the difference of 4000 values between the 2 classes was quite huge. So that will obviously impact your data results. Okay, so this is all about your KNN classifier. So we will go in my next video. I will implement this KNN classifier and show you how by changing the values of case your results will be impacted. Okay, so we will implement this in the RStudio. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to CSE Core Concepts to learn the full machine learning course. Thank you.